Hey guys, welcome to Superlative Radio. Dylan Stone here with you. Hope you enjoy the following vlog.
Hey guys, welcome to another vlog here on Superlative Radio. Today, I'm going to talk about how there's this thing that's called parental alienation. What it is it's the system in family courts in Canada and the United States, Australia, pretty much in Western society. What they are is they are designed in a way that it's very easy to manipulate them to alienate one parent. And like as an example, many people today are finding that they're being alienated out of their children's lives. Like I recently had a hearing at court for custody of my son, and my wife was, on the other side, obviously. The judge, I got nothing good to say about her. Part of the problem is the fact that there's a whole lot of women in the court system, and they just back each other up on everything. And it's not just that, it's that the standard for most fathers tends to be every other weekend and one visit through the week for like supper or something. And that's what the judge gave me. I was going for 50% custody. The judge's reasonings were stupid. She didn't listen. And so what it amounts to is in 10 years, okay, so say my son's 7. In 10 years, he'll be 17. If this stays the exact same, I will have missed 8.5 years of his life. 8.5 in 10 years. That's how much of his life I will miss out on. Because some judge who doesn't know me, doesn't know my wife or the lies that were said in court, and chooses not to do the right thing simply because, this is what's the standard. And when those things happen, why is it that me or any other father or even some mothers, anybody should be told they're going to get to, in the next 10 years, you're going to miss out on 8.5 years of your children's life? Think about that for a moment. You're going to miss 8.5 years of their life. That's how little time you're going to spend with them. You'll get 1.5 years out of 10 years. That doesn't seem very fair, does it? Especially when we have ample amounts of research and psychologists and psychiatrists and all these people who say that universally the best interest of the child is to spend as much time with both parents as possible, even if they're not together, because that's in their best interest. The reasonings behind the judge doing what she did with me had to do with issues between me and my wife. It had nothing to do with what was best for my son. That inherently is the problem. And so when you have people who are deciding to go, I'm going to look at it as, these two people who are adults, one of them's trying to get along with the other and the other refuses to get along with the other, as the case in my case where I'm trying to get along and my ex continues to make it difficult. But because those issues are there, it's, that's too disruptive to the child. It's not too disruptive to him. It's what's disruptive is changing him from coming to see me every weekend and once through the week to now every other weekend and once through the week. He's autistic. He needs routine. He needs, schedule. He needs all of those things. And not only that, but he needs his father. He doesn't need whatever Yahoo boyfriend my wife is going to hook up with to come in, like her last one, which abused him, come into his life and screw things up. He needs his father, the one who's there, who will protect him, the one who loves him, the one who wants to do things for him, the one who presented to the judge the things that they wanted to do for their son to make his life better, the treatment that I wanted to make sure that he got, the things that he needed to get, the things that my ex had no mention of wanting to do. All the money that comes in for his disability, none of it gets used to actually help him and his disability, when that's what it should be used for. It just boggles my mind that any person should have that much power to say you can't be with your child. The family court system needs a severe overhaul. And not only does it need a severe overhaul, but it needs a whole lot less women involved in it. That's exactly what it needs. The problem is that all of these leftist ideas are being thrown out by these feminist judges and these feminist lawyers and everyone else when people aren't looking at the real cause of what's causing so many of the issues today. And that is leftist ideas and feminism. Now, I'm not saying that right ideas are any better, because I am not a conservative. I'm not a liberal. But the fact is we're letting, we have all these things in society where people are saying, oh, well, men and women are equal and we should all be blah, 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 blah. And I've said this before, we all should be here. But yet family court treats us like we're down here. And that's not how things are supposed to be. And yet everyone knows these systems are broken. The police abuse their power. The judges abuse their power. The lawyers don't do everything they're supposed to do. Nobody does anything. They just continue along this broken path that they're on with no attempt to fix it. And nobody is really thinking about the best interest of the children that are the ones who suffer from it. It's not about me. It's not about my wife. It's not about any other couple that's split. It's about the children. What's best for them? And you know what's best for them is to spend as much time with both parents. I don't do drugs. I don't drink excessively to the point where I'm drunk. I don't beat my son. I don't yell at him. I don't do a lot of the things that a lot of people do today. And yet I am being excluded from his life as if I'm a drug-addicted drunk who spends every other weekend in jail. Simply because a judge who doesn't know the whole story thinks after listening to us talk for 2 afternoons in a week has it all. Especially when they choose to believe lies that are actually proven to be lies. When you take the court system and then you allow people to do this with it, who's the one suffering? Do I suffer? Yeah, I suffer. Sure, of course I suffer. I'm not getting to spend as much time with my son as I like. But that isn't the point. He's suffering more than I am. Because he's the one who doesn't get to be around the people he needs to be around. Namely, myself and his grandparents. On his mother's side, there is absolutely none of her family involved because most of them are drunks, druggies, and losers that don't work or whatever. Her parents have nothing to do with her or their grandson, and that's too bad because they're the ones missing out. But my parents have been involved from day one. And, he loves his grandparents. He loves spending time with them. He hates leaving. Who's the one suffering? It isn't me. It isn't my parents. It isn't her. It isn't her parents. It isn't her extended family. It isn't my extended family. It's him. And that's not right. And until people in this country stand up, and not just this country, but the United States, Britain, Australia, New Zealand, all of these countries, until people stand up and do that, we're not going to see any changes. And that's what needs to happen. Change is important in the court system, especially family court. There's a lot of changes that need to happen in criminal court too, because they are completely ridiculous as well. And the abuse of power in those courts is disgusting. The way that we have come, and as far as we have come in society, we should know a whole lot better on what's best and not base things off of some yo-yo judge's opinion. Frankly, they give judges way too much power. Just something that I feel needs to be said. The family court system, the criminal court system, both need huge overhauls. Family court is so broken, you can go online and you can find ample amounts of proof of men who have been denied access to their children or limited time with their children to the point where they commit suicide because they can't afford to be without them. They can't afford to pay the stupid amounts of money that courts impose on them, in some places with alimony and child support. Like, I'm going to give you an example. So John Frusciante from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, he split with his wife. They weren't married super long. He was forced, 4 years, I guess they were together. After they split, he was forced to pay her $50,000 a month in alimony because that's the kind of lifestyle she had become accustomed to. That boggles my mind. 4 years, and that's what she's entitled to? I can't even fathom that for the life of me. It doesn't matter how much money he has. It's like when Jeff Bezos split with his wife. He had to give her something like $40 billion or something. Because that's the lifestyle they've been accustomed. Screw that. Did you make the money? No. You're not entitled to it. It's that simple. We're supposed to be equal in this society. Get out there and make your own money. Just because he goes out and makes millions and millions and millions of dollars as a guitar player in a rock band, why is that preventing you from doing the same thing? Not necessarily a guitar player in a rock band, but going out and making your own millions so you have your own money. Why do that? Anyway, it's just the simple fact that when you look at the fact that they didn't make the money, so why are they entitled to it? Just because they become accustomed to that lifestyle? Well, big deal. You got a new custom lifestyle you need to adjust your ass to. And that's the one where you get out and make your own friggin' money. Not take all the money from your husband because he went out and made it. 4 years and she's entitled to $50,000 a month? Holy crap. She wasn't even there. She wasn't even there when he started in the band. So why should she be entitled to it? I could see if she had no job from the time they got together and all she did was support him in everything he did, and she helped him by, maybe doing some of the management of his, whatever. I could see then, she's entitled to some money, sure. No kids. He was successful already when he married her. He already had millions. So why was she entitled to $50,000 a month? Like, on what planet does a judge sit there and go, yeah, this is fair? Like, I don't understand that. Now I get with Jeff Bezos, it's a little different. His wife was there from the beginning and worked in his company and helped from the beginning, so she was entitled to money. But even still, she entitled to $40 billion or whatever the hell it was she got? Like, who needs that kind of money? First of all, why does he need that much money? Just because you're accustomed to a certain lifestyle, well, you were lucky enough to meet up with someone who could give you that. You choose to walk away from it, or they choose to walk away from you because they don't want to be around you anymore. It doesn't mean you should be entitled to still maintain that kind of lifestyle. I'm sorry. We're supposed to live in an equal society. Get out there and make your own money. Anyway, bit of a rant, I know, but just some things that need to change because the way this is, and the way this system works is ridiculous. It makes no sense. The lawyers tell you it's broken. The cops tell you it's broken. The judges even know it's broken, but nobody fixes it. So why do we allow it? I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment below. See you guys for another vlog right here, Superlative Radio.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Superlative Radio. Come back anytime, and when you do, please make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a comment. We really want to know what you think. We'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, because that's the way it's supposed to be.